Today's topic is type conversion in programming. In most cases, operators and functions automatically handle conversion to the right data type. For example, alert converts value to strings, while mathematical operations converts value to numbers. However, there are situations where we need to explicitly convert a value to a specific type. It's a useful skill to have in coding, and I'll guide you through it. String conversion. Today we are going to explore string conversion in programming. String conversion is a process of obtaining the string form of a value. For example, when we use the alert function to display a value, it automatically converts it into a string to show it on the screen.
Let's go to our editor. Here I'm going to create a new file with typeconversion.html. Trying to save this on my desktop. HTML tab. Here I'm going to write type conversion. Coming to the body part, writing script tag. Oops, sorry. I'm going to write let value equals true, alert type value, boolean, value string. Now value is a string, true, alert type of value, string. Let's execute it, boolean string.
Additionally, we can use the string value function explicitly to convert a value to a string. For example, if we have a variable value with the value true, which is a Boolean type, calling string value will convert it into a string true. The result of string conversion is usually straightforward. For instance, false become a string false, nulls become a string null, and so on. It's a useful concept to know in programming, and it will become clearer as we work through examples together. Numeric conversion. Let's delve into numeric conversion in programming. Numeric conversion is the process of automatically converting values to number in mathematical functions and expressions. For example, when we use the division operator / with non-numbers represent as strings such as 6 divided by 2, the strings are automatically converted to numbers, resulting in the answer 3. If we need to explicitly convert a value to a number, we can use the number values functions. For example, if we have a variable string with the value 1, 2, 3, which is a string, calling number string will convert it into a numeric value 1, 2, 3. Explicit numeric conversion is commonly necessary when we read values from text-based sources like a text form but expect numerical input. However, if the string cannot be converted to a valid number, the result of the conversion will be nan, not a number. Here are some numeric conversion rules. Undefined becomes nan, null becomes 0, true becomes 1, and false becomes 0. For string leading to a trailing white space are removed. If the remaining string is empty after removing white spaces, the result is 0. Otherwise, the number is read from the string. An error while reading a number gives nan. Here are some examples. Important note, null becomes 0 during numeric conversion while undefined becomes nan. Most mathematical operators also perform automatic numeric conversion, and we will explore this further in the next chapter. Understanding these numeric conversion rules will be helpful as we progress in our coding journey. Boolean conversion. Let's talk about Boolean conversion in programming. Boolean conversion is the simplest type of conversion. It occurs in logical operators, which we will learn about later when we encounter condition, test, and similar concepts. Additionally, we can explicitly perform Boolean conversion using the Boolean function. Here is the conversion rule. Values that are considered empty, such as 0 or an empty string, null, undefined, and nan, becomes false. Other values become true. For example, please note in JavaScript, a string containing 0 is considered true, unlike some other languages like PHP, where 0 is treated as false in Boolean context. JavaScript treats any non-empty string as true. Here are some examples to illustrate this. Understanding Boolean conversion is essential for working with conditional statements and logical operations, which we will cover in more detail later in our learning journey. Let's take an overview of what we have learned so far. String conversion occurs when we output something, can be performed with strings value. The conversion to a string is usually straightforward. For primitive values, numeric conversion occurred in mathematical operations, can be performed with numeric number. Conversion, the number value. The conversion follows specific rules. Undefined become nan, null becomes 0, true become 1, and false becomes 0. For string, leading and trailing white spaces are ignored, and an empty string becomes 0. An error during conversion gives nan. Boolean conversion occurs in logical operations, can be performed with Boolean value. The conversion follows simple rule: 0, null, undefined, and an empty string becomes false. Any other value becomes true. Most of these rules are easy to understand and remember. However, there are a couple of notable exceptions where people often make mistakes. Please note that the rules discussed here apply to primitive values. Objects have their own set of conversion rules, which we will cover later in the chapter on object to primitive conversion, after we have learned more basic concepts about JavaScript.